This presentation is the first part of a Xing teapot demonstration. This will be by Miss Zhou HuiZhen, and it will go up to the point where the lid will be created. Start out by preparing some blocks of clay here. Cutting it into equal sections and then creating the bottoms and tops to several teapots. This technique allows her to make very even bottoms and tops. Very even slabs, using the mallet against that hardwood table. Also compresses the clay quite extensively. Now she's preparing some clay for the walls of the teapot. Now she's stretching out those slabs of clay to create that wall for one teapot. Here she's checking the thickness and the even qualities of the slab, and she's getting ready to cut it with a double cutter against a straight edge. Here she's making somewhat of a template for the top of the teapot, which, while she's working on the bottom, will actually be the bottom. She'll unroll that slab that she made for the side walls of the teapot, and she'll gently place it up against that perfect circle that she cut, and that will act as a template to hold it in round. With those walls against each other, she just cut through both walls at the same time and created a 45-degree angle for that joint to match up. Now she's working that seam with the flat end of the knife. Here she marks that seam to show where the handle is going to go, which will somewhat hide the seam if it comes back in the fire. And she's cutting off the excess clay against her paddle, paddling that down. Now she's paddling the shape inward to start creating the foot and accentuate the belly area of the body of the teapot. After she gets it to the diameter she wants it for the bottom, she mixes up some slip with a tapered stick, applies it to the seam, and then gently lays in the bottom of the teapot. After she has that bottom positioned correctly, she works that seam by compressing it inward with the paddle, smoothing it off with her knife. And releasing the teapot body from the template I talked about earlier, she then works on the interior seam and paddles the top of the teapot inward. After getting the opening to the diameter she's wanting, she then does the same procedure that she did to the bottom.